Dear students, today let us look at the usage of apostrophe S. Many of my students have the habit of putting apostrophe wherever they see the letter S. For example, the word economics ends with the letter S. Seeing this S, many students put apostrophe before that. Is it the right thing to be done? No, this is wrong, because if you put an apostrophe in a wrong place, the meaning will get distorted. Dear students, there are certain rules which govern the usage of apostrophe S. The most important usage of apostrophe S is to indicate someone's possession. If you have got a singular noun, singular proper noun, to indicate the possession, you can make use of apostrophe S. For example, there is a car. I know that the car belongs to Mr. Mohan, so I can say this is Mohan's car. Mohan is a singular proper noun. To indicate Mohan's possession, I can use apostrophe S at the end of his name. So this is Mohan's car. This is John's house. John is a proper noun, singular proper noun. To indicate the possession that he has, I can use apostrophe S. John's car. These buildings belong to Mr. John. So these are John's buildings. So yesterday I met Peter's brother. So Peter's brother, apostrophe S, is used to indicate his possession. He has got a brother, so I'm saying I met Peter's brother yesterday. Sundar's father visited the college last week. Sundar is a student. His father visited our college last week. So I can say Sundar's father. Sundar apostrophe S. Sundar's father visited the college last week. This is a primary usage of apostrophe S. So to indicate someone's possession, we make use of apostrophe S. So then you may get a doubt. See, if a name, if a proper noun ends with S, should we put just an apostrophe after S, or should we put apostrophe S? It's a natural doubt. So the rule says that whatever may be the name of a person, to indicate his or her possession, you have to make use of apostrophe S. I'll give you some more examples. Mohan's house. Mohan, the last letter of the name Mohan is N. Okay? So after N, you put apostrophe, then use S with that. So apostrophe S is used to indicate Mohan's possession. Charles is a good friend of mine. So look at his name, Charles. What is the last letter here? Yes, Charles. Charles is the name of the person. The last letter is S. This should be treated just like any other name, like Radha, like Mary, like John, like Peter. Just because of S here at the end of the name, you can't put MEL and apostrophe. You have to make use of apostrophe S to indicate Charles's possession. So this is Charles's car. You can't say this is Charles' car. There is nothing like Charles' car. Charles is the name of a person. It ends with the letter S, but still you have to make use of apostrophe S along with this name. I'll give you one more example. So there is a boy called Prabhas. The name is Prabhas. What's the last letter? S. Prabhas. Prabhas is the name of a person. This is just like Mary, Mohan, Peter, Rajesh, Sundar, etc. So this last letter S should be treated like any other letter in the English alphabet. When I want to talk about the possession of Mr. Prabhas, I have to make use of apostrophe S along with his name. So this is Prabhas's house. This is Prabhas's brother. She is Prabhas's cousin. He is Prabhas's father. I can't say he is Prabhas' father. You can't put merely an apostrophe at the end of the name. That is wrong. So what is understood now? To talk about the possession of a singular noun, you have to make use of apostrophe S. Even when a name ends with the letter S, you have to make use of apostrophe S to talk about his possession or her possession. So this is the most important usage of apostrophe S. But then what do you do when you have got a plural noun ending with S? Earlier I told you about names which end with S. I made it very clear that even if a name has got S as a last letter, apostrophe S has to be used. Now we are going to look at plural nouns that end with S. For example, students, teachers, boys, girls, towns, cities, dogs, cats, and so on. All these are plural nouns. The last letter obviously is S. So what do you do here to indicate the possession of these nouns? These are plural nouns. To indicate the possession of plural nouns, you have to merely put an apostrophe at the end of the name. That is after S. S is the last letter. After the name, just put an apostrophe. So if I am talking about the books which belong to my students, I should say the students' books. Students apostrophe books. Okay, can't say students' books. That is wrong. Girls' bags. Girls apostrophe GIRLS apostrophe bags. Girls' bags. Boys' books. The books belong to these boys. The boys' apostrophe books. So when a plural noun ends with the letter S, you need to merely put an apostrophe at the end of the name. That is after S. That is the second rule. Now the third one. When you have got a plural noun that doesn't end with S. So there are so many irregular plural nouns. For example, man singular. What is the plural form? Men. Men is a plural noun, but the last letter is not S. When you make the noun students plural, you add S. But when you make the noun man plural, you can't make use of S with that because it has got a different plural form. So man becomes men, woman becomes women, child becomes children, tooth becomes teeth, foot becomes feet. So these are plural nouns which do not end in S. So what do you do? When you refer to the possession of such plural nouns which do not end in S, you have to make use of apostrophe S. So I should say men's books. Those men's, M-E-N apostrophe S. Those men's books are kept on the table. Those women's bags are kept in the drawer. Children's stories are very interesting. Children's stories are very interesting to read. So when there is a plural noun that doesn't end in S, make use of apostrophe S to indicate their possession.